Hey, it's me. It's Saturday again, guys. 4 o'clock. Almost 4 o'clock. Here I am, and today we're going to do something a little Eastery. I'm looking at some spring stuff too, because we're going to have St. Patrick's Day. I'll do something for that. Of course, Easter, but I wanted some like springy summer stuff, so I got like from last year. I would probably do a little different. I got like this. I did like a kind of a spring Van Gogh thing, and I did these because it started raining. So it started raining, and when it starts raining, we're going to do some rain boots. I did these in polka dots and other stuff too, so there's something we got coming up in the future. I think the boots might be in the guide section. I got to go look. I don't remember what's in there. In the meantime, I took some foam out of one of the packages I got, and I made a carrot. I just cut out that shape, and that's from the paint. And I sketched in some little, I guess, veins. They didn't come out so good, but they're all right. So that's what we're going to do today. I got a little reading here, too, from Art Matters. We're going to read that first. And then we're going to start our little ATC cards today. And of course, we got 3 challenges going on. We got a ATC card challenge of mushrooms, not mushrooms, I want to do some mushrooms, of gnomes and hearts for this month. And so far 3 people are in. It's Tammy, Kat, and Lori. So if anybody else wants to get in, you got to have it to me by the end of the month. And we got the challenge up there for the group. It's all hearts, which is up in the featured section if you want the list. I think Lori has all of them done. And then we have this one by the end of the month. It's just this shape. It's in there. It's, if you go down and scroll down, it's there. By the end of the month, I'm going to pull a prize for that too. Anything you want to do with it. Hopefully something different, not the same as mine. Then we got these carrots coming up too. I'm going to do these carrots at some point with you guys. They're really easy. All right, so things to look forward to. So let me do this little reading. Let me get you up on the page here. Why is this thing going all the way up for me today? There we go. How you doing, Joe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C spot run. Am I on the live yet? Sometimes I don't know what they're doing on here. I'm in the right group, right? Yeah, there I am. I had the worst luck with it. I like these glasses, but I bought another red pair, and I must have ordered the wrong strength because they're not very good. So then I ordered those orange ones. I like them. I paid quite a bit of money for them. The screw came out. So I tried putting the screw in. I can't see enough but screw in even with these glasses. So I don't know if I want to return them or if I want to see if I can get my daughter to fix them. So I'm going to roll with the glasses. So I end up with these, which are fine. So a lot of stuff in his book. And this one has to do with Stephen King, this part. But he is a writer, not like a painter. But it's about being an artist and doing stuff. So, and he says, I started to think what was the best advice I had ever been given over the years was from Stephen King. 20 years ago, at the height of his success of Sandman, this guy's wrote books, I was writing a comic that people loved and were talking about. Seriously, King likes Sandman, and my novel with Terry Pratchett, Good Omens, and he saw Madness. I guess the name of these books. I haven't read them. And the longest thing is he's writing about how, we stress out about doing stuff, and then we get it, we stress out, we don't enjoy it. And it's the truth. Best advice I got that I ignored instead, I worried about it. I worried about the next deadline, the next idea, the next story. There wasn't a moment for that next 14 or 15 years that I wasn't writing in my head or wondering about it, and I didn't stop and look around and go, hey, this is really fun. Gotta do that, even with the painting. I was doing all the classes and this, and selling my stuff up at the thing up there. And I was so stressed out. I had enough going on in my life. It was too, I kind of laid back this year after The house got destroyed. So hey, Kim. So anyways, hey, this is really fun. I wished I'd enjoyed it more. It's been an amazing ride, but there are parts of this ride I missed because I was too worried about things going wrong and about what came next to enjoy it and to enjoy it a bit, and I was on that. That was the hardest lesson for me, I think, to let go and enjoy the ride, because the ride takes you to some remarkable and unexpected places, and that's the truth. So when you're painting or you're learning to paint, sometimes you sit back, even when it's crappy, just say, you know, this is fun. Enjoy it. You know, I don't know if you guys who believes in God, who don't, or, you know, if you believe in her. I always say it's a woman, it's got to be. Then, you know, in the Bible it talks about God wants you to use your gifts. He gives you gifts, he wants you to use them. So if you're using them, you should enjoy them, because he gave them to you for a reason. That's what I believe anyways. So, and I think we're all capable of it. We just got to do it. And when you're doing it, try to enjoy it. All right, so let me move this around here. We'll start this little ATC job here. I was going to finish that painting I did the next day. Well, it wasn't that easy to do. So I tell you guys, sometimes I think it would have come out better if I had spent a little more time on it. But it's hard to do these kind of paintings in an hour and a half. This is something I would spend a little more time on. If I did it in oil, it would take a little longer probably. I do paint fast, but that's how it came out. Not too bad. I don't know what I did with the original picture. Down here somewhere. Anyways, that's what it came out like. So, but I actually ended up finishing it this morning, and I still need to work on these shadows, but it came out pretty good, I think. Okay, so here's what we're doing. I went and I had a piece of, you know, that foam stuff you get in your mail. I just cut it out with a pair of scissors, and then I took a palette knife and I made little marks, but I don't think I even needed to do that. And then I just did a little orange paint. It's orange paint. Just little ideas, things you can do. And you guys are going to love what I use for the background for this other stuff here. I'll show you. I told you I found another box of crap of mine. Yeah, more. I got a whole big box of stuff. It's got to go to Salvation Army. So, anyways, let me get a brush. I found some more stuff. And I'm like, why did I keep this? Well, it's a calendar with really pretty colors on it. And I cut some pieces off. So I did this too thick the first time, so I want to kind of do it somewhere in between. I just painted it on. Just use it like a stamp. And then doesn't matter if it's perfect, because you can mess with it, except with some pen. I used a pen on it. Those little felt pens. And I just pulled it off. Look, I got a carrot. Isn't that cute? Good idea, right? This is something the kids could do. Get your grandchildren or little neighbor kids or little brothers and sisters or whatever. So let it dry. I grab some pens. I got some green and orange, whatever you got. This teal, I got a green. I got an orange. These are those Artzy pens. They're like $30-something. I got them for $10.97. I think I get another 20% off too. It was at Michael's. Talking about luck, right? They're nice pens. They're just pens. So then I went and I put like a little more point on here. You could do that. You could even it up if you wanted to. I'm not gonna. Then make sure it's dry. And then just do some little doohickeys. I kind of made them all like squiggly and stuff. You can do as many or as little as you want. And I did some little lines, so you know it's a carrot. I did a little ribbon. I'm not going to grab the ribbon right now, but just to give you an idea what I did. And then I did like whatever sticker you got, something fun. But I thought that was kind of clever. I've been eyeing that. I knew I wanted to do some kind of stamp on it. I just didn't know what. And like my daughter does it, and she carved out some really pretty stuff. And I'm like, I got to get the patience for all that. I'm not very patient. I'm just not. So what do we got here? Let me see. What kind of stickers I got here? I don't know. Oh. Could put hello. You do that right. This kind of matches a little bit. I love this book of stickers. I got more use out of this book. So now you got yourself a nice little ATC. Now you can. I just used this is a heavier paper, but this is not the. I'm finding that the watercolor paper is too heavy to put over the cards. I just cut the corners off that. Copy paper or this. Oh, your multimedia paper is a lot lighter because I tried doing it. It just makes the whole card bend. Or you could ship them like this and just put your thing on the back. So, and I did a little ribbon. I just cut a little piece off. And I do this. I just tied it in the middle like this. What did I do? Some people can make little tiny ribbons. I can't, I know you can do it with your glue gun, but sometimes it's too much and it gets a little too complicated, especially when you're trying to do it in bulk. You're trying to do a bulk thing of these. And I just cut it to the angle. And then I got my glue gun on, but I take my glue gun. Some of these are probably going to end up coming to you guys. And I would just go like that. So there's one. Now this one, I had, where's this, right here? I had an old calendar. Where did I put it? I left it out so I could show you guys. It's actually a dollar store calendar. I was cleaning out this, well, heck, here's another one of my bins. Got that out of the front room. What kind of tacky. All right, so look at this. 2021. So I kept this a couple years. Look at all the bright colors. The only reason I kept it. And then on the back, it has all these sayings with these small ones. I figured I could use these on something. So look at the Dollar Tree. And, look for the calendars that are pretty. And then I found this paper and something. I don't know where I had it, so I grabbed that. So that's where the orange and green came from. So sometimes these little calendars are wonderful, but I love the colors. Sorry, I got my alarms on and I don't always shut them off like I'm supposed to. All right, so I cut out some more of them. I'm gonna put this away. And I just cut pieces, and I got these. And here's my cards. And here's this stuff. This came in like, someone gave me a gift. I want to say it was like a perfume, something for Christmas a few years ago. And this was in there. I keep it because I might use it like maybe for a floral display or something. So I keep it for just a little bag full of it. It's in my little multimedia stash. I don't like that one. And then I was telling you, a secondhand store. And I found these old, I found a package of old, to make something. I forgot what this was. To make outfits with. I want to say this was pants or something, I think. So these come in great too. I was going to do that today, but I didn't. But we're going to do an ATC one of these times. This gives it really like an antique look if you're looking for something not so bright. I happen to like bright colors, which you guys know. So what I did was, I just made circles on this, or, carrot shape. And I did the first one like this. Go down. I'm going to use the other side, but the pencil doesn't show. Oops. And then for the green one, I'll cut this out. use this. And then for the green one, yeah, how do they do that? I just cut it out first, right? I cut it out first. I just followed the shape of this one. Pencil. Put my carrot mold away here. Pencil. I made another one. So make sure you guys get all your stuff in by the end of the month. I sent out 5 prizes last month, so some of it will be artwork. If you don't want artwork, like Barb says she doesn't want it, so I'm going to send her supplies. Just a few things. But I sent out artwork this week. Mostly stuff I do in classes. So the ones from the multimedia or the watercolor books, they're pretty reasonable to ship, because shipping is stupid. So then what I did was I kind of went around this. Oh, I should have started it on the bottom, huh? That's okay, I can figure that out. Let's see. And I just went, okay, I just followed this. You guys see my daughter's artwork? It's pretty good. My kids are talented. My daughter, the other one, she doesn't do too much. They both crochet, but I know she could do it. She's just so darn busy with her kids and her farm and her nursing. But I feel like she could do something. So you can save this one. So let me just mess around with this. So I took and I did these on a card. I just used a glue stick. Now, if it doesn't stick real good, you could, unless you want to use your multimedia, you could sand over this a little bit, and it'll stick a little bit better. It's because they're so shiny. You don't have to do this. It will stick it out, but it sticks a little better if it's not so shiny. All right, and then I'm going to use this one right now. Just got these from the Dollar Tree. I was using the multimedia stuff, but it can be a little thick and expensive. My my gel medium, but I'm just gonna use the glue stick more. That's what a lot of them use anyways. I forget that, but usually when I was doing it, when I first started using this stuff, I didn't even know about ATCs. I don't even know how this got started. Next thing you know, me and Barb's on here. She's telling me stuff, and she's put this. So everybody's doing. So now it's like I'm into this too myself. So I love multimedia. But when I got the thicker gel stuff because, I'm putting all kinds of strange things in my paintings. I paint over a lot of it. I'm just looking for texture. So not thinking, I'm just doing it with that stuff. Well, it gets a little expensive, and sometimes it's too much. But it's great to seal, because you seal your paintings with the same stuff. So anyways, a glue stick will work just good, or just some plain old Elmer's glue. But these glue sticks are pretty good. I had some I got before, and they didn't work very good. But this one I got in the kids section. It's called Ja at the Dollar Tree. It's pretty good. See, it's stuck pretty good, right? So let's do the orange one on this one. What was the other color? I had another color over here. Just get organized here a little bit. Yeah, here's the other. Oh, this up here, this up here. Okay, I had another background. Do I want to do the green with this one? We're doing the orange on here, and the green on this one. With the orange. I kind of like that, but I like the orange on this one better, I think. I don't want to do green. Maybe I'll do different. No, I think the other one's, it's not too bad. Yes, we'll do this one. I'll put the green. I'm going to put orange over that anyways, right? So, yeah. I'm gonna just have to do it like this. I should have started this at the bottom, the cut, when I did the first one. I didn't even think about it. Alright, so now I'm gonna do this one. Same thing. Give it a good press. Alright, so then I went and I added this stuff. Now this stuff is kind of a little bit bulky, so I used three pieces. And I have it hanging right off here, but you don't have to do that. You could do something else. I was thinking you could use a green piece of paper and just cut up into small pieces. Give a little scrunch. And then you kind of got to use either a hot glue gun or, like I told you, this stuff. Gel. This is gloss medium. You can get this in a... I seal my paintings with this too, but I also use it for multimedia. But you can use it for just about any kind of gluing project. But you can use Elmer's glue. You could also use Mod Podge. But first, if you're going to do something archival, you need to use something like this. Just something you think it's going to be, around a long time. Maybe kids or somebody might want to keep. But you don't want to do it too thick. And that's why if you don't want it, I use this gloss, but if you don't want it shiny, you need to get a matte medium. All right, how come it's not coming out now? Yeah, so she's very artistic. She's great with the pens. She's always loved pens. When she was little, she's a writer, by the way. She's a poet. And like she says, you can't make a living at it. But she wanted to be a professor, but when she found out a lot of them don't get paid, and then they bought WCMY, and she ended up in New York City. So now she's at NYU, because they found out about her. And she's an administrator. So she's right where she wants to be. It's like one of the most prestigious places in the country, but she's just sitting there doodling, and I'm admiring it. And she's in that Zen Tangles. Sure, you guys ever seen it? Hey, Kat. Hey, Debbie. So her work is beautiful. She just thinks she's doodling, but I think they're very, very good. So, but all my girls got like artistic talents, so they must have got it from their mama. My mom says she don't know where I came from. But I think my father's artistic, but he's a mechanic. It's kind of in the same area. And my sister takes after him, and she can fix anything. I told her she ought to have her own show, Mrs. Fix It. So I think that people like that, too, have a gift, too. I really do think stuff like that's a gift, Anyways, she's doing very well. Got a little girl, and he works, they both do photography, too. They started out in this little place in Rochester called The Little, which almost went under. Her and two other guys saved the place. They had to come up with $1 million. I'm not even making this up. They had to come up with $1 million because everything was not digital anymore. And as you know, Kodak Museum is right there. And do you know, her and these guys they did it right up not too long ago. It was in the paper there. But her boyfriend was an actor, and then later he took film at Artzy, and now he does film. We'll see the news coverage for NPR. NPR. For Bloomberg TV. That's where he ended up, though. He's done quite a few different things. I don't know what he's done lately, but... So they're both very artistic anyways. And my oldest one is, she can do watercolor, and she crochets. Oh my God, that girl can crochet. And knit. I can't knit. I can't stand it, but... Alright, so I did flowers here. And I have this flower stickers right here. So, they love to see the stuff I'm doing, which is great. Isn't that cute? And that kind of helped. It made it stick down more. Now, you could shorten these up or move this down more. I'm going to put them right in the envelope like this, and then it'll be all smushy and stuff. I think they look cute like that. And then, let's see. I'm just gonna, this one's kind of cute. I wish I had like some carrot ones or something, like carrot sayings. I don't know what it would be, but This is kind of cute. The colors are good. So, oh, I shouldn't have put it over the carrot, huh? Get it up. Oh, crap. Did it come off without ripping? Oh, it did. Oh, I'm taking the paper with it. Let's put down, I want to see the carrot, so there you go. Here we go, this. Yeah, long story, but she did her dissertation. She went to a really good private college. She got a lot of scholarships, smart little cookie. She had a background in business, too. She was in college, and they gave her one, too, but she ended up, you know, kind of what she's more doing like philanthropy. She's still raising money for the college right now, big old $1 million grants, and still, you know, she does her writing. Yeah. Mostly she's into being a mama right now. Little 10-year-old girl. My granddaughter's so cute. So we decided on the green. Zoe. So cute. I'd love to go out and see. I haven't been down in a long time, but I have problems with walking. And you got to walk when you're in that city. I mean, I took shuttles and stuff too, but, you know, they drive me, but I hate for them to do that. But I love it. I went to a lot of museums down there because, you know, they actually live there, don't get to see too much of it. So when I came down, we'd go up and do little restaurants and stuff. I love it down there. I always did. Been going down there for 30 years. Used to go down with my hairdressing friends, and we'd go down and see the big art show or hair shows at the Jacob Javits. Absolutely spectacular from all over the world. It's just something you have to see. Yeah, it's something. We'd all go in to get a hotel room together, so it was pretty cheap. And the first time I went, at the place I worked at, I was a manager, so all the managers had to go every year. We got to stay the whole weekend. Oh, God, we had a ball. Got drunk. Oh, God. It didn't cost us a dime. You know? Oh, we used to have fun. Ode to being young. So there's a hole there. I forgot about that, but that's okay. Let's maybe I'll do this behind this. How about behind it? Let's see how it'll look behind it. Love New York. Oh, that's kind of different, right? That'll work. So, yeah, a lot of fun doing hair too. I love museums. It's like my thing. My husband liked anything to do with fishing, so we would go to all these different places for that, and then I would have to make him hit a couple museums. Any kind of museum, go to all. I love my history, kinds of stuff. I don't want this to like show up on here, this glue. So you gotta kind of be careful where you're putting it. Yeah. It's pretty good glue though, really. Yeah, that's okay. So I get all my bragging done. I love my kids. They're doing very well. Very proud of them. They worked very hard though. Alright, so I didn't put no like on this one. Well, I don't, yeah, I can. I wanted to put like some little indications so you know it's like a carrot. Oops. Oh, I did screw that one up. That's okay. Let's see if I can just kind of, yeah, that'll work. Wait a minute. Yeah, that'll work. Just so you know it's a carrot. That's okay. Screwed up. That looks alright though. Happy accidents. Okay. So this one, I'm going to do green. So, my scrunchy stuff. You could probably even do that blue ribbon. I was thinking that you could do the ribbon and do it up here if you didn't have any other stuff. Little things I keep in my stash. You guys ever seen that meme of your father like would hoard? Oh, pieces of wood, all kinds of nails, stuff like that. My father did stuff like that. I do stuff like that. And then in the not the meme, in the reel, the guy's like all of a sudden, you know, he's talking to his son. It's, you know, you can't hear nothing. And his father, his light bulb goes off. He goes running to his tool shed. He goes way to the back of the room. He digs everything up. And he comes out with this one little piece of wood. Well, that's what I save stuff for, because you never know when I'm going to need it. If you're doing multimedia, you should always have a little stash. And I keep all kind of people think I'm nuts. I kept like these napkins from her friend's wedding. She probably thought it was a scarf. And you know, things like that I'll keep. Even at a restaurant, sometimes they have pretty napkins or containers. Or another thing you can keep is what do they call them? The tags, which is the newest thing. I've seen a junk journaler do it. She keeps the tags of clothing. Some of them tags are beautiful. I always thought, well, what can I do with these? Well, now I know. Get another flower on here. I said the flower, the sticker, will keep this down and keep it from moving around. Like that. Scrunch this up a little bit. So when she got hired at the college, they she ended up getting a job through I told you NPR bought WCNY, which bought her theater that they had redone. And she said, you know, I might as well take this opportunity because my husband needs to go to New York because he does, you know, what he does. So he needs to be there. Can't do nothing in Rochester. So sure enough, she goes down and gets this job with these crazy people. She's in this little tiny room all day doing, you know, he got a job at, what's that big place? I can't think of the name of it. Well, anyways, he got a really good job. He ended up going someplace else because the hours are better. Anyways, I can't figure what I'm going to use. They put, no. She ended up looking for another job through a friend, thinking it wasn't going to be, you know, anything permanent. And it was for NYU, and she's like, oh, they're not going to hire me. So she thought they were going to have her doing these stupid, you know, writing up these, you know, things where they donate money and stuff. Well, and so she's going to be in this little room all day. Well, they gave her her own office in between two libraries. Her other favorite thing is reading. She's a writer, you know. And do you know, they said, we want you to do what you did at the little. She raised a lot of money, and she's very clever, very talkative, very friendly, loves what she does. And that's what she's doing. So she wines and dines people from all over the world. I'm not even allowed to talk to about a lot of them. So, and a lot of famous people went to that college. You know, artists, writers, directors, stage managers, actors. Yeah, so it's a big deal. Very proud of her. But I don't think it's easy. Yeah. You're living in the city too. She's thinking about moving just outside the city now. Isn't that kind of cute? And here's the other one. So that, I mean, you can make your own paper. I was going to get my jelly pad out and I was going to make some. I didn't feel like it. I had a bunch of messes in here to clean up. So we got 3 more done. I got a bunch of them. I'll probably give you guys these. I got to mail out at the end of the month here. So, you guys, get your Happy Mail to me by the end of the month. A Happy Mail here. ATCs are hearts and gnomes this month. And hearts for the month. And then the challenge is this gnome. The gnome is in there. If you can't find the gnome, I think I put him up in the featured outlet check. We're doing a competition. Just this. There's just a tracer of this. I added stuff on there. You do whatever you want. I'm not sure what we're doing next week, but obviously we're going to be starting a few, you know, I'm Irish. We're going to be starting a few Irish stuff, so I'm not sure what we're going to do. I think that's pretty much it for today. I'm not doing no big painting. There's, you know, there's still tracers in there, guys. I think there's some, I think the next couple ones, these paintings I'm talking about doing, I think the tracers for these might be in there. I got to go look. I'm almost positive that this is in there. I also, last year, I did small ones. I don't think those are in there. Small ones for the ATCs. We've been doing this a year now with the ATCs, and if you guys realize that, it's been like a year. So I did like this Van Gogh one, but you can do the background the way you want for spring. And then when we get a couple springy rainy weather, we'll do one of these. I did one in black and white too. Polka dots. We can do that too. So we got a bunch of fun stuff, and then I got some Easter stuff. This I did. Isn't that fun? I love these canvases like this. We're gonna do that. And I don't know, I got a bunch of, well, in the other group, I got a couple, really cute paintings, guys. Really cute. You guys gotta join a group so you can do all the good stuff. Where's it? I did this one. Well, we did the Dunkin' Donuts one. And I got a gnome that we'll probably do on a mushroom. I want to do some mushrooms. I don't know where it is right now. I can't find it. But there's one of a lamb for Easter that I think is going to be just beautiful. I think I could do it on a great big canvas. Well, anyways, I got a bunch of stuff coming up for you guys. So I will see you guys next week. I will be on here Thursday, and I got my people on Friday in the membership, and Saturday class here at 4 o'clock. I will be adding on another day at some point, but I got to change everything else around. But Facebook is changing some stuff again. They're not going to let us keep all the videos on the main page. I see, I wasn't taking too many off there, so I see there's only the last couple of months. I had more than that, though. But I downloaded a couple, like a year or something. But I don't know how I'm going to get them all out there. So they haven't officially notified me, but I notice at the end of these now, they'll say they're only good for 30 days unless you want to download them. So I've been downloading them. But the problem with that is I got a place to put them. I mean, I pay for storage. I can understand why they want to do that, get rid of them. But I don't know what they're doing with the group ship. Because one of the ways I get people in here is say, listen, I got these tracers and I got these old videos in here. Well, I don't know what's going to happen. So that's going to change a few things, including my membership. So I haven't gotten very far with it. But if you see me taking or moving things out or taking things out, it's because I got to store them. Because if they're telling me they don't want me to have a bunch of storage, then I got to either, I don't have like a website. I have a website, but not for that. That's different type of website. So anyways, it's my latest project. Thank you, Facebook. So, but they're going to keep the reels. So, you know, I don't know how that's going to work out, but everybody's talking about it in my business group. So I just found it out 2 days ago. All right, guys. So have a great afternoon. I will see you next week. And if you do any of this stuff that we're doing, make sure you post them so that you can win. And the people who are doing ATC, you have to have it mailed to me by the 28th of February. So I will see you guys later. Have a great night, and I hope inspiration finds you wherever you go and make art. Lots of art. Bye, guys.